Okay, so you want to start your own business, but you're not sure where to start. Well, look no further. I'm going to help you from start to finish making your first sale. Just a little disclaimer, I am not a business advisor, and I'm just sharing my experience and what worked for me, and then maybe any mistakes that I've made so you don't make the same ones and we can all learn from it. So I started a small business about a year ago where I sell mystery gift boxes. And it's I've gotten so many questions from people asking how can they start something similar and where to start. I'm going to divide it up in three different phases to make it easy for you. And it's just going to be very basic information. So let's get into it. So, phase one, the idea. Figure out why you're doing it and what you're doing. I initially started with thinking, what do I love to do? Because if you love what you do, then it doesn't feel like work. For instance, I love shopping and I love gift giving. So I incorporated the two of those into my business, which is selling mystery gift boxes to people from all ages and even including some men's and boys' boxes as well, because we all know how difficult it is to shop for them. So, phase one is your idea. Ask yourself, what do I love to do?
Start your market research by researching your competitors, finding your niche, and building a simple business plan.
It's important to figure out who your competition is. You don't want to copy somebody's business. You don't want to do exactly the same they're doing. It's important to stay unique because that is what will attract customers. It's not something that they've seen before or something that's missing in the market. There's definitely a need for it. Find your niche.
When doing your business plan, start researching some suppliers, not only for your stock, but also for your packaging. Think about how much is it going to cost to package and ship your items. Then start creating your brand. Create a logo and maybe some labeling stickers that you can put on your boxes. Then you need to think about shipping. How are you going to get your products to your customers? Start getting quotes from courier companies or shipping companies that would be able to help your business.
Okay, so once you have your idea and you are set on what you want to do and why you want to do it, now let's jump into phase two, the finance and cost. So I'm going to use a rough example of the cost involved to start a small business. Now it's going to be different for everybody, but just I'm just going to outline the things that you would need to think of when doing your budget.
Think about the stock that you need to buy, any equipment that you'd need, shelves or storage, packaging, and shipping, as well as any startup fees like creating your website and initial marketing. I use Xero as my accounting system. It's fairly easy to use and it's very important to keep track of your finances.
Then decide your mark. Obviously, you need to make a profit. You're not doing this for free. So figure out your margins. See, in a basic term, take into consideration the cost of the product that you're purchasing, shipping costs, plus the packaging cost, and what does that accumulate to, and add a certain margin to that.
So now that you have your idea and you've done your research and your budget, now you want to start selling. Getting your website set up is key. I use Shopify as my selling platform, and I found it is the most compatible with South African payment plans where you can link it with a Yoko or something to be able to receive online payments. Also, the time where you're going to start creating your brand. If you haven't already created your logo and the aesthetic of your brand, now's the time to do it. So, when you're creating your website, establish a cohesive color scheme that matches what you're selling. Then make sure you set up all your social media platforms and start creating content to get some marketing out there.
It's fairly easy to get a Shopify website set up. There are many templates that you can choose from, and it's a pretty user friendly system to make use of. Establishing your brand is very important because that's how people are going to see you and remember you by. So pick a color scheme and stick to it. Consistency is key here. And then you're ready to start selling. This is very exciting, but now you have to attract your customers. So I use all the social media platforms to engage with customers. I create video content to show people how the product works, what they look like, and the aesthetic of more or less what you can expect. So showing your products on social media is so important. You don't need to spend thousands of rands of creating ads and billboards and flyers to get your product out there. Just post consistently and it'll generate organic growth. You don't want to buy followers because they're not at the end of the day going to be real customers. So organic growth, it might take time and be patient. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you keep trying and you stay consistent, it'll happen. Okay, so now let's fast forward a few months later. You've been selling, the business is going well, and you now are stressed about the legal side of it all in South Africa. Once you start generating a significant income, then you can look at registering your business. Now, that also seems like a daunting task, but I will put a link down below. So I used GovChain. They were super easy to work with. They show you step by step on the process and how to register your business. And they request the needed docs. They can even assist with the tax side of things. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but registering your business, I think it's important to establish once you've got your brand, get your name out there. People trust registered businesses. It's easy. It's easy enough to get your business registered. It's about, I think, 1,700 Rand around there that you have to budget in if you want to register your business. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I will answer any questions in the comments if I can. And hopefully, this inspired you to start your own business and see that anybody can do it. You just have to have an idea, be consistent, and yeah, keep working hard. So let me know if any of you have started a small business. I think it's very important for businesses, small businesses in South Africa, to support each other. So comment your small business below. So in the next video, we'll do some fun little crafts and hobbies, and you will see a little bit more about the behind the scenes of running a small business and the work that goes into it and the time really spent. It takes a lot of time and it's a lot of hard work, but if that's what you want to do, it's definitely worth it. So, bye guys. See you in the next one. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. Oh, guy. Well, I need a cup of coffee.